Hey, AfterBuzzers! Welcome to the third episode of Project Runway, Season 16. And that's so crazy. I can't believe it's been this long. This week's episode's called A Leap of Innovation, and we're leaping right into it. So stick around.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
So we actually learned something pretty cool tonight about this theme song. Yeah. We learned that this theme song is called Get Plastered. Do we know who wrote this?
I don't know.
So if any of you guys know, pop in the live chat we've got going on. We didn't have time to see who the artist is, but you know, you gotta give a little shout out to the Project Runway theme music. Right?
Get plastered.
I'm your host, Michael Shirley, and I'm here with my full panel tonight of co-hosts, which I'm super excited about. Welcome, Hanna.
Why, thank you.
Yes, it's your first time on an AfterBuzz show.
Yes, my apologies. I'm fashionably late to the show.
And we're all fashionably late tonight, I feel like it.
Yes,
Tell them
for
where
a
they can
little
find
bit,
you on
yeah.
social media.
Yes, you can follow me at Hanna Bee Tucker.
What about you?
Hey guys, I'm Michelle Uberreste. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Uberreste.
Hey guys, I'm Mayte Carillo. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mayte Carillo. That's MAYTECARRILLO_.
There you go. You got it all in.
Pretty long name right there.
And you guys can follow me at Michael X Shirley. So, what did we think about the episode tonight?
Ooh, let's leap into it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I feel like there was a lot of looks that I liked and then a lot that I didn't like. So
Yeah. There's a mixed
lot.
bag on the runway tonight. There wasn't a whole lot of middle ground, but what did you think?
Okay,
Just
can I
initial
just
impressions
can
of
I
the
just say,
episode.
like, I think it's hilarious every week to find out who this, like, the sponsor is.
Yeah.
And how they're gonna fit it in somehow, and yeah, it's just, I find it really weird.
Well, it keeps our show going strong. Gives them the money to pump out 16 seasons
Right,
so
that's
far.
true. Yep.
So whatever they got to do. This week we had a challenge where everything was inspired by a movie called Leap, which is an animated movie for kids coming out. And the designers were giving a $200 budget, one day to do everything, and everything was supposed to be inspired by fashion, movement, and innovation. And as usual, the models are switched up with the designers, so everyone gets to try a new size. Seemed like it was. It seemed like everyone was pretty happy with the model they landed with. We didn't hear any complaints this week.
Except for, I think it was Kintaro, that he brought up the whole situation, like, oh, I haven't worked with a plus size before. Like, they just keep saying that over and over.
But I don't think he was really complaining.
You don't think so?
Kintaro?
No, I think
he
he
had a very
was-
thin model. You mean Kushali?
No, I don't think
it was
so.
Kintaro.
it was Kintaro,
If that's
yeah.
a plus size model, then
Right.
I'm plus size.
But I think he was very tactful about it, though. Personally, he was just kind of like, well, I'm not used to doing this, but I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Like, he was...
I guess
feel
I'm
like...
just tired of hearing that.
I get it, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, they've got to realize not everyone that buys their clothes are going to be one size.
Very true. That's the reality of it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in more luxury brands, their sizing doesn't go quite as high as they would in a fast fashion store, but they're still selling extra larges.
I think there's more designers embracing that, though.
Yeah.
Even high-end, like, designers. And I think, like, celebrities and, you know, artists and stuff are starting to, you know, we're starting to see, like, a more range, you know, a bigger range of different sizes and shapes and everything, so...
I just bought a shirt at Gucci the other day, and I didn't buy a size extra large. To fit me. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, really? I'm, like, really thin. I mean,
Did it fit you baggy?
Like, well, not too baggy, no, like, just, like, fit me, like, well. So, I know that this scaling
But was
is a
it men's
little
or women's
different.
shirt?
It's men's.
Oh, that's
No?
scary. Yeah. That's...
I think it was meant to be a little tighter, like, in general, but I was just like, gosh, I am a very long torso kind of guy, so I do have to, but I am thin. So I have to wear things that are sometimes, like, or I'll have, like, my belly showing off. A longer shirt.
little midriff.
But yeah, all around the board, it's something you need to be able to do as a designer.
Yeah.
So some people had a little harder time with it than others. I think Cruz and I had.
I don't think that was about shape
We're
at
gonna
all, but
get down to breaking
don't
down
think
all
so
the
either.
looks. Yeah, we're gonna get down to breaking down all the
Gonna
looks
break
in
it
a second because
down.
we know how much. I mean, that's what's fun for everybody. But there was a lot of injuries this week too.
yeah, blood.
So
Blood
yeah,
everywhere.
and we had Deonte who sewed like straight through his finger.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
I haven't, but my mom always tells me this story when she was a little girl that she did it, and then they took it out, and then she did it again through the same hole.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Oh
like
my
get
gosh.
the chills.
Perforated.
Scary.
Yeah.
Just for her. Wow.
I mean, and Deonte, it was like stuck in there, like the whole
I
piece was
try
down
not to
in there.
look.
Ooh.
Yeah, I try not to
Me
give it a
too.
good look.
I try not to look.
And Margarita got blood all over her dress. Which,
yeah.
Luckily, she had ruffles, and
And
her
it was
papa color
white.
was red.
Yeah.
So it probably wouldn't be
like that.
too bad for that.
Added a little
And
pop.
of course, we had the twins running all around the workroom, driving everyone crazy as
Oh,
usual.
Lord. Are we going to talk about the twins right now? Should we
Yes.
just get out of the way?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll give them like a minute.
Okay.
So what did you guys think about them tonight?
Jeez. I was just, I mean, I honestly, I like seeing them now because it's just so much drama.
Comic
and I'm
relief.
just like, oh my gosh, like, can you guys just stop? And they were just running around everywhere. And you can tell everyone else got distracted by them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they weren't in their zen as Brandon
Yeah.
was.
Someone was
Brandon's-
saying. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just thought it was funny. That's probably my
Yeah.
favorite part is Brandon's Zen moment.
Yeah.
Zen moments, yeah.
Someone in the comments last week was talking about that. Oh, my brain just like went out for a second. They were talking about how the twins might be using their personalities to throw the designers off a little bit. How big it is. I mean, it could be a tactic.
Possibly. I
It's
don't know.
working.
Do you think they're that? Do we want to give them that much credit?
I think so because they actually were on a reality show called
Yeah, it's some-
Twinning.
Yeah.
I think they won it. So yeah.
They did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I
Oh,
think
man.
that they probably know how to play the camera and mess with competition and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like honestly, they seem to feed off each other too. Like design wise, I keep wondering like if one of them goes home, the other one's just gonna like totally crash and burn, right? I don't think they can
Yeah.
function without each other.
I was a little surprised at how different their looks were because this week at least, because there was the one that has the shaved head. She did something that was like very
Shawn.
like Abercrombie and Fitch Junior's like 1999 feel, and then her sister did something that was really elegant, and we'll talk about that.
I
with
think they
them
have
later,
different
but-
aesthetics, but I think like as far as their process, like working, I think they need each other because they run a
Right.
business together and but I think that's going to be a weakness because
Isn't that kind of like cheating a little bit? The fact that they're just
Well, in the previews, they were saying something about cheating going on this season, and I think it
Going
probably
somewhere?
has
Yeah.
something to do with them. I don't know.
But there
Call
are
me
no
crazy.
rules. There are no rules that say you can't help your fellow designers. So
Well, we'll have to see how that comes into
Yeah,
play. Though.
totally.
It might not be that simple.
Exactly.
True.
It looked like it was a group challenge where someone got thrown under the bus by
Oh.
the twins.
Someone always gets thrown under the bus for a
Yeah.
group challenge.
we saw that last week for sure.
Yes, we did. They didn't get the chance to do that this week, really throw anyone under the bus. But I also thought it was really funny when Shawn, the twin with the shaved head, was talking about how ugly the pattern was.
Oh, that was hilarious.
For Batani's dress, and how it was like too much color or whatever. And then you look at her, and her leather jacket is just like appliqued to death and like a stained glass rainbow look that looked like the girl who was wearing Batani's dress could have put that jacket on over that like kimono thing, and it would have still looked like it was meant to go together.
Right.
probably.
Yeah.
It's like
Trash
I don't
talking.
know.
Contradicting herself.
I wonder if they
Yeah.
watched themselves. They're probably watching
Yes.
themselves now, and
Oh,
I wonder
yeah.
if they're embarrassed or if they're like, "Good job, twin."
Like,
What do you think?
I feel like they have such an ego that
Yeah, probably. They're
yeah.
probably like, "We were great tonight." Huh?
They probably have viewing parties and invite everyone and
Yeah.
just have a
Yeah.
big ball about it.
Yeah.
And I also thought it was funny that Shawn wanted her model to look like her. pretty much.
Oh yeah, with
She
the
wanted
eyeliner.
She's like, yeah, I want the pink lips
Oh,
and
yeah.
like the cat eye. And I'm like, okay, so you basically just want
you.
on the runway. Which is like, well,
can't.
I don't know.
Sometimes it can be good, sometimes bad. Usually
It
it's
shows
like if
the
it's
ego.
bad, yeah. But if it's bad, sometimes the judges are like, well, you're just trying to make your girl look like you. But then if
Yeah.
it's good, they're saying, oh well, but this is you. Like in the case of Batani, so it's like they can use it either way.
Yeah, you never know how the judges are gonna go because sometimes we think they're gonna hate something and they're like, oh, it's great. I'm just so impressed.
Especially
We're all dumbstruck.
I feel like you had that moment tonight.
I did,
with one
but
of the
I don't think you
outfits.
guys are gonna agree with me.
I know, right? Well, let's go ahead and get into the outfits because that's what everyone wants to see.
Yes.
And we've got, first up, we've got Kenya in this kind of like pantsuit thing. You can't see what it looks like with the jacket off in this picture. It's very geometric looking, but when she takes the jacket off, it's like a, what would you say, like a kind of like a racer back jumpsuit. I don't know, it looked a little old for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was a little old for me.
Wait, the jumpsuit or with the jacket on?
The whole thing,
Okay.
like that look right there.
Yeah,
that
me
looks
too.
pretty old.
Was
to
it the
me.
pattern, you think?
No. I think it's just like it's
The cut.
the jacket, and it's just really heavy, and it's like all over print. It wasn't broken up at all.
It was a little too much at the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
when
liked
she-
it when she took off the jacket.
Yes,
Oh, I
when she
love
took it
that
off,
part.
I would totally wear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing with this for me is I think the term is vertigo, the pattern. Especially
Too much for you.
yeah, otherwise I really like it. It's constructed really well, but I see innovation, but I don't see flow. Like yes, a little bit in the jacket.
Yeah,
but
I wasn't
think-
seeing innovation much in
Yeah.
this. Maybe it was just a little different, but I don't really find different
Or
Yeah.
movement.
grounds for
I don't see any
innovation.
movement
I don't
either.
see movement either. No.
But I can definitely see a certain Hillary Rodham Clinton rocking this outfit. It
Maybe.
looks
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay. I see where you're going.
I see-
Maybe,
I see,
but not the
like-
pants. Like
I see
not the
that
suit.
age woman, that size woman
Oh,
wearing
okay.
this.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about? Well, guess you can see a tall, long, skinny lady in it, but
Yeah.
The jumpsuit
know.
underneath, I think, is cool, awesome. Could be lots of
innovative.
different.
Very
Not
No.
innovative, but it's cool
Don't
in its
be.
fashion, and I think her kind of sense of construction, the way like it's very subtle because if you look at it, she's done these little chevrons and match up all the pattern. Like that is really difficult, but you don't really get that. You're just seeing like all
Right.
over print, and it's just mind-numbing.
Yeah, when I first saw her walk out on the runway, I thought like, okay, you have to give me more. Like this just can't be it. And then
Yeah.
when she just unzipped it, I was like, okay, I see it, but it's not innovative.
And
like
it
maybe
doesn't
if
really
it
fit the
unzipped from the
challenge.
back or something,
Oh.
or like a breakaway
Yeah,
suit
sure,
or
that'd be
something. I don't know. I wrote down meh, and I gave it 3 stars. 'Cause I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I give it 3.
passes.
Yeah.
What about you, ladies?
I actually gave it 7 with the jacket and then 10 without.
7
we're
stars.
doing 5 stars. So I guess
Five
that would
is max.
translate
Five.
into a 3 or a 4.
5.
We should say that too. That
yeah.
it's 1 to 5. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so 5 stars for me. I really liked it. And I really like how whenever she creates a look, she creates a person with it. So it makes it very, she identifies the outfit and who's gonna be wearing
customer,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it really pinpoints her goal as well,
I'm a
which is
pretty
smart.
big fan of Kenya,
Me
but
too.
this one just let me down a little bit. What about you, Mayte?
I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
I was like, you could do better. I've seen you before, right?
Yeah.
Like you could totally
Yeah.
pull something better. So I'm waiting for next
Right.
episode for her to redeem herself.
I feel like you and I are kind of on the same track with who we like and who we don't like.
Okay, let's see
Yeah,
after
let's
this
see
episode.
who's up next. Up next, I believe we got Brandon. Yes, this is the look that took home the gold tonight.
Yeah.
Did everyone agree that this was
Yes.
Yeah.
the winning look?
Yes.
I thought so too. This is the only look I gave 5 stars. I thought it was innovative. I really liked the official term we're using for it, the button loops.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
trim. The trim on everything. It reminded me a lot of India and Chinese pieces that I've seen. I love wearing. What do you call them? Those long,
Tunic.
Kimonos?
yeah, like Indian tunics. I
Oh,
love wearing
okay.
those kinds that have those buttons all the way up front. I always feel like it looks really regal. And I got a big Martin Margiela feel from it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I could see this fitting in like his current collection that they have now.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I didn't like about this is that it reminded me of like a monk outfit a little bit. Other than that, I love the
A little monkey.
yeah, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I guess that's maybe more of just like a personal thing for me.
Right.
But I do love the clean lines, and I feel like this is very niche. He said he was going for hip hop. I see a lot of hip hop artists wearing this nowadays.
Yeah. It's like a New York hip hop artist.
Very New York.
outfit.
Yeah.
What about you, Michelle?
Yeah, I gave it a 5 as well. It's just super modern and like it's conceptual because he's got the button loops, and everywhere he's got the button loops, it's a part on the garment that's coming apart where there's no buttons on it, you know? So it's like that's his innovation, and I feel like it was a little bit more thoughtful than just like, I'm gonna make my skirt backwards or like whatever you hear some of the other designers.
Right.
You know?
I mean, part of me was, when she said that, part of me was like, I don't know if I'd say that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, he was actually thinking about an actual concept, and to me, this is like super modern, high fashion. Like, it's striking, especially he's got the model with the dark skin, and he's just got this bright white. He's mixing in these like muted colors in the back that you can just, it's so subtle and perfect and tasteful.
Yeah, I have this gray in the back, this great kind of trench coat layering effect over
that
the
for me
shoulders.
was just it. When she turned around and was like, oh, that's it. That just made it even better. But I definitely have to agree with you on everything. Like, it's clean cut, it's fresh. I loved it.
Well, he also thought about what was going to be underneath. It's like a basic, I'm not sure if it's a bodysuit or dress, but he's got the high collar.
I think it's a dress,
Right.
yeah.
He's not just like, here's a trench coat and I'm going to throw a shirt under it or whatever. He's thinking about the whole look and the whole vibe.
The only thing I had an issue with is I wish he had a little extra time so he could have steamed it. There was a few parts in the back area that were a little wrinkled, but you know,
I did not notice. You have a good eye.
But other than that, I just thought this was amazing.
Yes.
On to a look that is just really not so much, is Michael's look. Give us just a second. We'll have that on the screen. There we go. Right there. It is
Oh my gosh.
very puckery. The sewing was just terrible. I think if you can't sew that well, you probably shouldn't be using like a silk, because it's going to show everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think this could have been cool. And I saw, like, the detail when you see it up close, you know, on the screen. Like, he did put a lot of work into it, but I wish it would have been more structured for what he did, but that's not what the challenge called for either. So I don't know, like, what some of these designers are thinking. They're just like, make something cool. They're not thinking about the parameters of the challenge.
Yeah, there was no innovation to this dress. I didn't see anything that transformed or changed or did something really new.
Well, it had a coat on it that I didn't think matched
Well, taking
at
your
all.
coat off, I don't think it's very
No, but the coat, I didn't think the
I think
coat,
that's what he was doing.
I think he did way too much work. Like, the coat didn't match the undergarment, and then she took it off like so
yeah, we didn't even get to
soon.
see the coat. She walked out and
it was
dropped
really
it.
fast.
She should have taken it off at the
But
end of the runway.
Yes, she
Again, no
should have.
movement, no, like, I don't understand.
That's
what
when you
it-
slap your model and you're like, what did you just do?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the one good thing is that it looks comfortable,
It does look comfortable.
which I'm all for.
Really? I don't think it looks comfortable.
I mean, the silk, you know.
Are the shorts a little too high for you, Mayte?
No, the shorter the better.
Okay.
But I mean, it's to me, it just didn't. I think maybe it's the structure of it,
And it's so dark.
and it's dark. It looks very complex, and maybe it was the model too that she just wasn't working it,
Maybe.
because that has a lot to do with it.
Well, I was, like we just said, when you no one even got to see the back of the coat. So
Yeah.
it's like he might as well not even made it back. I would have been mad if I was him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much
But
all
he was
just
safe.
Yeah, he was safe.
Too safe.
He was safe. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to fly with something like this in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I don't
But I just gave it 2 stars.
I gave it 3 because I can see the detail and the thoughtfulness he put into the dress, but you just lose all that with the color and the satin. It's just gone.
I gave it a 3 too.
I gave it a 2.
That's what I'm talking about. On the right lines here. Next, we've got a dress that I'd say had some sort of we didn't necessarily agree with the judges on this one coming up. This is Margarita's dress. I wrote down the name Pollyanna
Oh gosh.
next to this one. I didn't find it innovative.
I don't.
Maybe the ruffle, maybe the use of cotton
it's
spandex
just not, you don't
was
have
a little
to try
different.
And justify it because it's not innovative.
Oh.
I did think the way it fit the bust really well, and I felt it was very smoothing, and I liked that she used that spandex and got to use the fluffy stuff for the sleeves. I feel like it probably would look kind of like a wrinkled mess in the front if she hadn't used that spandex. But other than that, I don't know. I felt like it was like a let's go to Germany challenge or something. Like she should be holding 2 things of beer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wrote cheap costume.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of these designers went cultural. I don't know if you guys see that too, but
too literal.
Too literal. Yeah.
I could see a woman in Spain wearing this, walking around at the beach with a fedora, like styled. Yeah, I could, but you know, she's also the type of girl that takes off her outfit. I feel like after 3 hours. Yeah. You know, I don't feel like this dress would get much wear in a woman's closet who bought it.
At the beginning, though, when she was making this outfit, it looked like she was making a bodysuit, and I think this is a bodysuit, and I was like, okay, I could see where this is going. So when she walked down the runway, I was like, what happened to that bodysuit? That was just...
She was going for salsa, and I think a bodysuit would have made it a little flamenco.
Oh.
A little, I don't know.
I don't know. I would have maybe
Vegas.
liked it better if the skirt would have been sheer then. If you have the bodysuit underneath,
Yeah.
it would have given
That's a good
something
one.
to me. This is just, you know, like super literal. And I
It's
think
a costume.
she's bringing that, you know, culture, like you said, and that's beautiful, but like she's not interpreting it. She's just bringing like the exact, because she said it's like this is the costume they use for this dance,
Right.
and I'm like, well, great. I mean, you could probably get that already then,
It would be
right?
cool to have seen maybe like in the innovation category, maybe like something that tied in the neck, you know, just some new sort of cut, like or a strap or just something.
I could go without the hat.
It
Yeah,
looks,
the hat makes it even more.
It looks pretty vintage to me, honestly. I feel like it's like kind of 78, 75, like like early 80s.
What I did like though is she kind of had that little touch of red tulle underneath the skirt.
You
so
liked
when
that.
she kind of fluffed it around, you get the little peak, and it's kind of like it's paying attention, you know, and you're designing the whole garment from front to back.
I liked the
inside
peak in the front.
I did too.
Yeah.
The under one, I didn't really get to see it except when she did that little sachet thing. But yeah, I appreciate that she gave a little extra.
And then they made her turn around, the model, and they were expecting something else, and they were like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I guess it's just a plain back with nothing.
Well, it worked for them, though.
Yeah.
They seemed like they thought it was better backwards.
Yeah, I think they would have judged her a lot worse if she didn't flip it around.
Yeah,
Around
probably.
the top and the back. Yeah.
Well, I gave this 3 stars. It just kind of passes in my book.
I gave it just
okay.
1. I was
Oh,
just,
yeah, this is probably one of your least favorites, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave this a 2.
2 as well.
2? All right. You guys would be a little harsh on Margarita.
I like her as a person.
Me too.
So,
I do too,
she's
and I
very
think her
nice.
construction is amazing.
Yeah. It
I
looks
think she
really
just
well
needs
made.
to
Looks like it
edit
came out
a
of a
little
store.
bit. Yeah.
She has that pop of color amongst all the other contestants, and I'm just waiting to
Right.
see that.
And it's fun. Like she has a fun attitude, and I think her clothing shows that.
Yeah.
I feel
Totally.
like her clothing probably fits her personality more than any of the other
Yes.
designers. I would say that about Batani, but
Yeah.
Botany's clothes are way cooler than her designs. Like her personal outfits.
I think she's picking it up.
Well, I hope so. She ain't gonna have much longer on this show. All right, next we got one that was universally disliked by judges and critics alike.
Really? I liked it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, you could have made me change this now. Deonte's dress. That dress looked like it got ripped off in a door of an elevator or a car, and she just kept walking.
Well, it's so sad that he got injured because we noticed at the end when the judges looked at the outfit that it was completely unfinished. It was pinned instead of sewn. So I feel like he really has so much potential, and I'm disappointed, yes, but I'm glad that he's still here. And
I only gave this 2 stars.
yeah.
Finished or not, this is bad.
Yes.
It is bad.
Like I was watching him struggle in the sewing room, and I'm just like, oh, this sucks, because I feel like he has potential too. But like, and maybe that stressed him out because there's no way he could look at this and be like, yeah, that's good, and then like let's put a ruffle around her neck so she like loses her long neck and like do all the the color. I feel like he could have made work, but the skirt is just like no, and the top didn't fit well. I don't know, like just if you can't sew, just think of something easy and flattering like a halter top, or like
was
just
way
make
too
it
high. Way too high. It should have stopped right above her knee.
Yes, and I feel like the top portion, what was around her neck, was hiding a little bit the fact that he had pinned it, like you said.
Maybe,
Right.
Instead of saying, like, he tried hiding things. Like, what's up with them hiding these things that, like, they end up finding out?
So many easy things you could do. Don't put in a zipper. Put in ties. Put in snaps. Put in... Just make it open, like, just freaking figure it out.
It put her in a really weird shape, too. I hated how he did the hair up really high and tight. I feel like she looks like a diamond. Like, it made her head look really small. I think they should have put, like, a big fro on her.
Oh.
That would have been better. That alone would have helped.
Yes.
But the thing with the neck and the hair just made her head look really tiny and her shoulders look really huge, which is never flattering on a lady.
She looked uncomfortable as well.
She did.
Yeah. Definitely. And the color, I wanted to like the color.
Yeah, I
wanted
did
to think, it's new, kind of a new kind of highlighter. Has like kind of Exorcist vibes, but like a little hipper than that. But
Exorcist.
No.
Again, it goes back to like proportions, and I don't think he really kept that in mind.
Right. I think that if this was on a size 0, might look okay. If it was, there's no getting around this.
She's like, I give it 0 stars.
No getting around for it.
It was just really unfortunate. I felt bad because I feel like Deonte is better than that.
Well, I don't look at it as being okay on a different model in the realm of this challenge, but it wouldn't, if you saw someone in that, you wouldn't be like, that's the ugliest dress in the party.
I still would. Like, I just think that like straight front ballerina thing with it's too short and the top was just all gathery, and there's just nothing flattering about it, like, whatsoever.
The cut as well, you can tell that he just quickly cut the skirt, and when they zoomed in, I was like, ooh, that looks really bad. Like, I've tried cutting stuff myself when I try to adjust shirts or whatever, and I'm like, eek, I have to really fix this because then people are going to criticize me.
Right.
But that just looked very cheap as well.
I think that was the least of his worries, though, was the unfinished hem. He could have, like, gotten past that, like, he just busted his sewing finger. Like, that sucks. Like, that's hard.
Yeah, for sure.
But the whole, like, it's not attractive. That's
I'm trying to imagine it finished. I mean, I know it's not. I'm trying to imagine it finished.
I think it's the same.
Don't waste your time.
Okay. So we don't like that one.
No.
Let's move on to the next one. We've got Amy up with
this is a great picture. Oh my
gosh.
You can see her getting out and transforming. These are 2 looks. Let's start with what's under it.
Okay.
I thought it was a cool little bodysuit. Looked kind of like Tron, like she was gonna jump in a video game.
Yes, Tron.
Looked very like flattering in the way the design was placed, I thought. What about you guys?
Bodysuits are very in, so I think she was on trend with that, and the athleisure as well. I feel like she should have made them more cohesive because they look like 2 separate outfits, and I don't really like that aspect of it. But I would totally wear the overpiece, it's over the jumpsuit.
You like that?
I like that, yeah.
Which way do you like it? Do you like it that way or the other way that turns into like a skirt? That way is like the jumpsuit way.
Definitely the first way.
Okay.
Definitely the first way.
Okay. You didn't like it as like the kind of like preppy school skirt
Correct.
thing. Okay.
Correct.
What about you, Michelle?
I love the jumpsuit too, but it is just a print and it's basic. But like, I don't know, when she put on the top thing, I don't know what it is, like a reversible upside down outfit or something, it doesn't go together, and that makes me hate the second piece because it's really disjointed. It's like, I think separated they would both be okay, and I like that she was kind of trying to do this innovative thing where she turned it upside down, but I've seen so many designers do that.
Well, for me, I feel like
Scott used to do that.
Well, I feel like she ripped off of Erin's design last week, which was like pants on the bottom, shirt on the bottom, pants on the top.
Yeah.
I feel like she had that running in her head, like, I think I can do this a little better in a different way.
Maybe.
Probably.
I think she did it better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just looks kind of, both pieces are kind of like cheap throwaway pieces to me too. So I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't know if I'd say the jumpsuit. It looks like you could go at like Stella McCartney or something.
I like the jumpsuit too, but it's just there's not a lot of design there.
But this baggy,
it's probably simple, a little too simple.
The reversible dress thing is very like Forever 21 to me.
Yeah.
It does not look high fashion.
It's not a color.
But you're right. If you separate both of them, I feel like they'd look good.
Yeah.
But
On their
not
own,
together. And I love how she styled her, like her hair. And
She does look cool.
yeah, she looks very cool, very hip and trendy. But I do like both of the outfits separate.
Yeah, she could have saved some time if she'd have just never made that underneath thing. If maybe she just made her like a one-piece bathing suit, you know, and just go with that. Because those styles don't go together. One's very electronic and one's very like preppy. So I had to give this 2 stars. I was just not even. What about y'all?
Yeah, I gave it 2.
I gave it 2.
I gave it 3.
Okay, so you're being a little kinder than us.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, next I think we have an outfit that we can all say is the worst thing we've ever seen on
Project
Runway out of all 16
Yeah.
seasons.
This belongs on Sesame Street or somewhere.
Oh, Kuds and I. Jeez.
Yeah. I feel like it's Fruit Loops and Tango, like, combined in a cup. And
It reminds me of
something
like
happened.
Vacation Bible School.
Yeah.
Like, here's everything we have and make something with it. And he was like, I want to be a fashion designer and I'm going to make a dress. And that's that.
I can't even remember him from previous episodes. So I don't know. I don't remember what his designs were, but this is like, I don't know where this came from, like left field, because there's so many ideas. Like I get the neon thing. Okay,
He likes patches. He likes prints.
And then there's like a fringe made out of zippers in the back, and one arm has feathers on it.
I think we all knew when we saw those zippers just kind of like pinned there that it wasn't going anywhere good.
I liked the idea of it. Like it could be cool on the back of a jacket or something.
Yeah.
But then it was so many things, and there's like straps hanging off, and I don't understand
It's
the
like-
design of the movement.
Maybe what a 4-year-old would want to wear to their wedding one day.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think underneath it was unfinished too when they pulled back the coat.
She should have never done that.
Yeah, just keep the coat as a dress. I think that would have worked.
I feel bad. I feel
How many
so
pieces
bad.
is that?
I don't know.
I think it's a
top and a skirt?
a top. Yeah, I think it's the jacket
She
and
didn't
just a
shed
skirt.
anything.
No, but then when they were criticizing the outfit, she knew that I felt like she knew that she didn't like it herself, so that's why she opened up the leg and was like, "Well, look at this too. Look at the
my
skirt.
goodness.
It's as hideous as the."
What did you think about those unfinished yellow panels that are peeking through?
Oh my god.
It looks like the McDonald's logo to me because it's like they're yellow and then there's like 2 red. It's like the backwards
Golden arches.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love those golden arches?
Right on
do.
your
I had to give that outfit 0 stars.
I did too.
I wrote craft project from hell.
I wrote a new low. Like I feel so bad.
new low.
I feel I feel terrible. Like Katsunai, I'm sorry, but I really feel like I have not seen anything
Wowing
this
by him.
bad
Oh, yeah,
on Project Runway, like in a very long time, if ever.
This brings me back to like season 1 Santino. Like some of like his first outfits that were like glued on.
There's no rhyme or reason though, you know? It's
No,
like,
there is not.
Some people can do that maximalist thing, but it's not him. And I feel like some of the, like, I kind of like the idea of, like, the feathers on the arms. Like, if you would have done a cool, sleek outfit with just that or something.
They weren't even nice feathers.
They weren't.
They were like
was,
Michael's.
No, I get that.
Craft store feathers.
I see the ideas, and I think that's a really cool thing to have as a designer. If you have too many ideas and you learn how to edit, great. But, like, he didn't learn how to dial it back.
Okay. Well, we're running out of time, so we need to breeze through these outfits a little quicker. We've got Claire up with something very classy. Not really expecting this from her. I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's a little older look, I feel like, than we usually get on Project Runway, but I feel like it great on a 40-year-old woman.
It's not creative, though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's not. I feel it's very basic, and you can see this on, you know, you just walk into the store and you can see this entire outfit. Like, it was flowy, and I get where she was going with it, and I love the color.
Right.
And how she walked in it, and it flowed very nicely, but it's just not creative for me.
Anyone else think anything
I just
about
wrote
this one?
sassy but basic. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I gave it a 2.
Yeah.
I like the color, but I think there's too much fabric. I think she should have taken it in a little bit, and that would have been a little bit more flattering on her.
Okay.
But I love the red.
I think the
see
pants
this
were short,
as
too.
for a curvy
Yeah,
model.
they look short.
Well, I think it does flatter the figure a little bit for like an older or curvier lady, but I don't know if I could see anyone in like young Hollywood wearing this. But I gave it 4 stars because I thought it was goodish.
What?
Well,
You are so
You mean
generous.
just like coming? You mean coming from her?
Yeah, for
Okay.
her, it's for her. For her.
Okay, but like you
We're
have
on a gauged scale
they're
here.
competing. They're competing against each other.
Ugh.
So
Well, let's move on to the next outfit. We've got Ayana.
Oh.
This was
yeah.
a super tiered outfit. She painted the print. I thought it was fun, but I thought it was okay. I gave it 3 stars. The tiering is fun and innovative. I hadn't really seen that.
I gave this 5 stars.
oh,
Really?
Yes.
Oh, this wowed you. You'd like to see a whole collection like this.
Well, to me, it's innovative. It's creative. It's different. It's not something that you would typically see. And I think it's because I personally myself like really fitted tops and long sleeves, and I don't know. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like Selena vibes, you know?
Oh, okay. I can see that.
So I just the flare. I liked it. I gave it 5 stars.
All right. Well, next we've got up Shawn, which I gave 1 star. I thought this looked like something out of a juniors department, very Abercrombie and Fitch, like 1999.
I feel like this is something you would wear before the actual red carpet or performance instead of what you would actually wear to it or on it.
Did this read high fashion to anyone?
no.
No.
No, not to me either.
Sorry, Shawn.
Very, very sad look. We are just not going to talk about this anymore.
Okay, can I just say one thing?
Okay, yeah.
She had to custom dye this fabric. Why?
Oh.
She's an idiot. I don't know. There's a lot of fabrics in Mood. I don't know how
Like,
someone
find
can't
some
find
pink
something. Yeah.
jersey or whatever. Like,
Yeah, she's
really?
been having problems with her challenges, so I don't
Dude,
really
like, do
know
you know
why
how
she
long it takes
went
to
into that.
custom dye your stuff and then dry it and all that? Like, take some time to design your outfit.
Yeah, definitely.
I missed that part.
A
Custom.
misuse of time, I
Yeah.
feel like. Well, next we got an outfit that I liked for its thoughtfulness.
Yes.
I don't know that I would recommend anyone wear it, but I thought it was very thoughtful for this challenge.
Yeah, I feel like the elements don't really mesh, like the scrunchiness and then the structural part of it, but I love the structural part of it. I feel like if you took this scrunchy part out of the pockets, I would like it a lot better.
This one was done by Erin. What did you two ladies think down there?
I like the top portion, and I do like the structures as well, but it was just too much going from her waist down.
Some little bits of it seemed unfinished. What did you think, Michelle?
Yeah,
Like
but
a
I
little
think
bit?
overall the construction was much better than what he's done before. So I think I don't know. I feel like he's kind of quirky and a little more creative, you know, because of that. But I think he's gonna have to learn how to like elevate a little bit. But I wanna like Aaron, and I'm kind of
like him
secretly, you know.
I feel like
rooting
he's
for him.
missing it a little on the taste. And for me, it was with the color of those inserts.
But I
those
think
purple,
he thinks outside the box. You know,
I
like
might have, yeah.
when you design for a long time,
yeah.
you kind of get into this like thought pattern, and like you have the blinders on. I feel like he's thinking of different things than some of the other designers, and I hope that he can kind of rein that in and make it something, you know, a little more high fashion.
Well, this was a pinstripe suit, and the inserts were purple. I thought it would have been so cool if those inserts were the same color blue without the pinstripes. I think that would have been fun.
But it wouldn't have popped as much. I kind of like the weird color mixing. It's weird, but I feel like I see Aaron in this. No, that's what
yeah,
I like.
I do
Oh,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Very much
I
looks
can
like
see that.
him coming down the runway. We got 3 looks up. Batani. So ugly. I don't know why the judges like this. It looked like a 100 butterflies smashed into a stained glass window, and that's the mess it made.
It's
See, when you say that, you say it like a bad thing. I loved it. I think she actually thought about how to make this fashion, and she puts the mesh, you know, inserts and everything, and it's not just a cape. It's like interesting. There's some interest there when you're looking at it. I wish it wasn't like all
I'm sorry,
print.
I'm looking at
I hate that it's like
tag.
all print all the time, you know. But I think I see her personality come through in it.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, yeah,
I see
it's
it.
loud
I don't
and
know that I
clear.
like it.
But the first challenge, she did not do so well, and we were wanting
Right.
to see it. So
Right.
I see it, but I don't think
All
I
right.
like it.
Say your piece, Mayte. What do you think?
I dislike this very much. I'll tell you that much.
I gave her a 1 star. It
I
was
gave her a
better
1
than
star as well.
Pizza Night.
You know what I do like as a top? I do give it to her for being innovative, I guess. It's just the print. It's too much going on. I get it. She's very out there, very loud, but it's just not very flattering.
Too much like, oh, what's her name? Shawn's jacket for me.
Oh.
What do you think, Hannah?
I just thought it was too literal as far as the butterfly effect she was going for.
Mm-hmm.
If she kept the colors solid, maybe, I think it would really work, because it did look really nice flowing down the runway, and that was one of the goals for this challenge.
I'm not really sure that cutouts are innovative, but maybe if she turned this into like an umbrella or something.
Maybe she was going for like a butterfly effect.
Yeah, definitely got a butterfly effect on this. We only got 2 more looks.
All right.
We got Kintaro. The judges just seemed like they just were kind of like, bah, why'd you do this?
yeah, it was kind of basic, but I thought it was still chic.
Yeah.
I didn't like that they were cutting. The shorts were cutting right at like her widest part of the hips. I didn't like that, but
Yeah.
other than that, it was like.
I would have liked to see this in a cream. I feel like it would have been a lot more like chic.
Yeah.
The black
And you would
looked
be able
a
to
little,
see the design.
Yeah, I think she probably used a neoprene, but it looked really. I don't know. Just the color didn't look right for me.
He was going
the
for
top.
he was going for Black Swan.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But
But Black Swan has that whole transformation. He could have transformed that.
True.
or picked a
Kintaro
different
seems like a
inspiration.
very talented
Yeah.
designer. Just
Yeah.
he keeps making everything in black lately, black or
Yeah.
white.
There just wasn't enough going on for me. I feel like it was a little unfinished.
Well, I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was okay. And
That's
to
very
pass
generous
by.
of you.
Well, when I think something's okay in the middle, whatever it gets by, I give you 3 stars.
I gave it 3.
And
gave it 2.
finally, we've got Samantha with an outfit I really, really wanted to like. I loved the detailing, like when you got down in that with the hammering and everything and the pleating and the leather. That was all so cool, but there's all this other stuff she added to it that I thought took away from that and made it look less expensive. But she lucked out on this model. This model strutted that look
She
like
sure
none of the
did.
others did. She looked like she was in a professional, like Fashion Week runway show in this.
I think that killed it for me though, because she kind of came on. She was like, yeah, like.
Oh, you
pushing
didn't
it.
like it?
I mean,
Too much.
because like high fashion models do not do that.
True.
They don't have emotion in their face. They walk. It's straight. It's very serious. And I think it would have benefited this dress because that to me kind of cheesed it up. I don't know because
It gave me kind of the same vibes the YSL models had. With,
okay, I guess I can kind
with
of see
Hetty.
that.
Just very much like in your face.
Yeah,
Like,
but
fuck
I liked.
you.
I loved the texture mixing, all the work she did, but it
Yeah.
also seemed a little heavy. And I think she took kind of a basic, fit and flare look, but she kind of gave the skirt a different silhouette. I actually really like Samantha now because of her technique.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
You could definitely see her style into this outfit. And that first word that I wrote down was just badass. Like
Yeah.
the detail to it as well for the top. And then she, in the skirt, zipped it up. I think this is one of my favorites of her.
Yeah.
What about you, Hannah? Any final words?
There are a lot of elements going on. I do like the zippers, and I love the edginess of it. I tend to like that kind of thing. So I think if she took out the navy and made navy tulle, I think is what it is, and made that more cohesive, I think that might have looked a little bit better. But overall, yeah, maybe like a 3-star.
Well, that was our looks for the week. I think everyone on the panel thought Brandon should have won, and Kuz and I should have gone home, right?
Yeah.
Sadly,
yeah,
yes.
Differs than last week. We didn't quite agree with the judges on some of the looks, but we definitely saw commonality in the best and the worst this week. Predictions, anyone? Anyone think anything different than last week? We didn't find out who you're rooting for. Are you rooting for anyone yet?
I was Team Deonte. I really liked what I saw. This week I was a little disappointed. I will agree with you there, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he will now bring to the table. Now that he has a little bit of a reality check, maybe, and now he can really move that direction of his designs to something more positive.
We're just gonna have to find out next week. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and it was super fun hanging out with you. Sorry our show ran a little late today, but we'll get on that next time. I'm your host, Michael Shirley, and you can check me out at Michael X Shirley online, and you can check out my blog at I Love Michael Shirley.
And I'm Hanna Bee. You can follow me at Hanna Bee Tucker.
I'm Michelle Uberreste, and you can find me at Uberreste on Instagram and Twitter.
I'm Mayte Carillo, and you can find me at Mayte Carillo, MAYTECARRILLO_ on Twitter and Instagram.
Be sure to check out all of our other fun AfterBuzz shows here. You can catch me on the season finale of Twin Peaks. We're filming that on Thursday. It's going to be really exciting. But until then, see you guys later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.